do this little fidget. Just clean up the jaw. Palms can turn down or hands can float open. First, naturally curling in towards your palms. As you move this morning, flow. Mindful as to how the body feels, how the body is moving. The next 60 minutes. Allow yourself also to focus on your breath. Draw the heads of those shoulders on back, turn your palms down. Draw the left shoulders out. Get into this lower back. Slowly coming on up. Switch sides, dip that shoulder on down. So for me, I've been doing a little walking lately. The tendency to get a little bit tighter through the back. Over the upper hand to center. Bring your fingertips and walk them out in front of you. Maybe nestle your bottom on back and reach forward and bow. Sliding your fingertips back towards you. Draw the heads of the shoulders back. Send your fingertips out in front of you. Open your arms wide. Exhale, round forward. Bring your chin in towards your chest and lengthen those fingertips forwards. We're going to go a little bit of a concave into the chest and then opening up. Starting to just even add your own resistance. And then rounding forward, chin towards your chest. And take it again. Chin in towards the chest, really rounding into the upper back. Pausing here. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to cactus your arms to the side. Tilt on over to your right. Coming back to center. Exhale to the other side. And going back to center. Reach through the fingertips. Exhale hands to your heart. Bring your arms out in front of you, palms face up. And then send your arms up and over your head. And then round out the wrists. Send the fingertips up high, lengthen on over to your right. Fingertips in line with your hip. Gently press your rib cage away from you. Open up the throat. Slowly floating back to center. And let's come on over to the other side as you lengthen over. Back to center. Chin in towards your chest. Gentle neck rolls. And reverse. And right back to center. Lengthen through the spine. Draw those knees in. Send your legs out in front of you. So I'm just going to have you Point the toes. And then flex. And point. And flex. Take it again and point. Lengthen. Walk the hips back. Hold forward. Drop your head. And slowly come on up. Hold on to the backs of your knees. Draw your knees in. Send your legs out to the side. And big circles here into the upper body. And reverse. And right to center, knees in, swing around, top of the table. Feet can rest down or you can curl your toes under. So remember, we're stacking the bones with the shoulders, right over the elbows, and the wrists, directly over the knees. Send the right arm up and circle up. And reverse in a backstroke motion. And set the palm down. Other side. Big circles. And reverse. And set the palm down. Send just the right leg back. Right hip anchors down. So I'm not opening up my head. Got my gaze up at the top of my mat. And then slowly switch out the knees. Left leg comes back. And anchoring the left hip down to the earth. And then we'll go ahead and we'll walk it out. Sending one knee at a time. Spread the fingers really wide. Gaze goes up. Top of your mat. Pausing here. Take a bend into the knees. So we're just hovering knees. Starting to build that strength. We're holding an imaginary block in between the knees. And then slowly move your hips up and back. Let your head hang heavy and walk it out. Just move your downward facing dog. Shift forward, come to plank. Drop to your knees. Send your hips back. Lengthen your arms forward. And come to child's pose. So always remember this posture is available for you. Inhale to look up. Exhale to look forward. Inhale to look up. Lead this right arm through. Drop the shoulder down. Send this left arm back and around to the lower back or to catch the inner thigh and twist it out. And slowly release. Come back up. And just cup the hands here up. Inhale. Exhale, now weave the left arm through and bring this arm back and around to the lower back or touch that inner thigh. Inhaling. And exhaling. Slowly unwind, bringing the hand back to the mat. Cupping the fingertips, inhale. Exhale, walk the fingertips on over to your right and bow over the top of your foot. Inhale to look up. Travel back and around. Let's walk the fingertips to the left and bow over the top of the thigh. Right back and around to center. And let's meet in plank pose. Reach the heels back, lengthen the heart forward. Find downward facing. And walk it up. Look up in between your hands and bring both feet up. Look up halfway. Let's go with a flat back. Draw the heads of the shoulders back and away from your ears. Start to engage the abdominals. So when you draw your navel in towards your spine, you're not holding the breath here. You're just breathing through it. Pull firm down through the feet. Inhale. Standing. Bring your hands to settle and firm at your heart, arms down at your side. A big swoop of the arms up. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Look up halfway. Exhale, take both feet back. Modified or full chaturanga, lowering down. Through to cobra. Press back into downward facing dog. And just walk it out. Step in between your hands. You'll step or lightly hop to the top of your mat. Let's gaze up halfway. Exhale to fold forward, affirming down, rise all the way to standing. And a big lift up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Arms down at your side. Let's take that again. Swooping the arms up. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale to look up halfway. Exhale, both feet. Take it on back. Chaturanga. Cobra or maybe a big up dog. Press back to downward facing dog. Let's bring our feet nice and wide here. Walk your hands back about 3 inches. Pick the right hand up, come to the left calf, ankle, or heel, twist it out. A slow release and switch sides. And then slowly shift forward into plank. Chaturanga. And through to cobra. Maybe up dog. Press back into downward facing dog. So good job. Go ahead and meet the feet at the top of the mat. Look up halfway. Exhale to fold forward. Arms down. Rise all the way to standing. And go with a big lift up. Hands to your heart. And arms down at your side. Go ahead, close your eyes here. Blink them open and send your arms up and over your palm. Exhale, get down into a chair and settle the bottom back. Now, if you want your arms out in front of you a little bit more, so if that's too much, hands to the heart, maybe practice. Exhale, fold forward. Look up halfway. Take the left foot back. We're just going to come into a lunge here. Optional to drop the back knee down if you care to. Make sure your knee is directly over your ankle. Go with some little hip rolls here, so just rolling it out, making circles. Neutralizing, and then walking this leg nice and straight. Send that leg straight. You can always walk the fingertips back and bow forward. We're getting into that hamstring. Remember using any props that you need. And then slowly coming right back down into the lunge. Resting here. Remember, you can always drop that knee down. Let's set the left hand down and send the right arm up. Exhale, bring that right hand back down, squaring off the foot. Right leg comes up. Go chaturanga. Right back up into plank. Downward facing dog. Look up, bring both feet up. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale again, look up halfway. Now we'll take that opposite leg back. So right leg back, and into the lunge on this left side. Notice the difference between the two sides. Go with some little hip circles here. And reverse. Neutralize, and then straighten out the front leg, and bow. Right back down into the lunge, right hand down, left arm up. Good. Bring that hand down to square off the foot. We're going to take that foot back. Go chaturanga. Through to your cobra or up dog. Press back into downward facing. Step or lightly hop to the top of your mat, looking up halfway. Exhale to fold forward. We'll firm down, rise on. Standing and lift up. Exhale. Hands to your heart. Good. Moving on. Inhale, reach up. Exhale down into the chair with cactus arms. Good. Press all the way to standing. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale to look up halfway. Exhale, take both feet back. Go chaturanga. Through to your cobra or up dog. Press back into downward facing dog. Send your right leg behind you. Step the foot in between the hands. Back foot swivels down. Let's meet in warrior two. And sinking down. Feel the strength and the stretch that you get through the inner thigh. Good. And settle the elbow to the top of the thigh. Reach the arm out over your ear. Good. Slowly coming on up, back to warrior two. Straighten out the leg and spin your toes so they go forward. Interlacing your hands behind you or clasp of the elbows. Open up. And then exhale. Little bend into the knees. Hinge forward. Pull all the way down. Slowly coming on up. Releasing the arms out to the side. And right back to warrior two. And exhale. Release all the way down. Go through your vinyasa, so chaturanga. Through to that cobra or up dog. Press back into downward. All right, you'll send your left leg back and behind you. Switch around here. And you'll step the foot in between the hands and you'll open up to warrior two. Sending the elbow down, reaching on over. Keeping the core strong. Good, slowly coming on up. And straighten out the front leg. Swivel the toes around. Clasping the elbows with the interlace of the fingers. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Crown of the head is anchoring down. So, coming on up. Arms come back out, warrior two position. Swivel that foot forward. And exhale, come all the way down. Bring that leg back, go chaturanga. Through to that cobra or upton. Press back. Into downward. And just walk it out. Settle on down to the knees. Send the hips back into the heels. And bring your arms to rest alongside your body. So just really allowing your chest to be heavy. Your forehead to fall towards the mat. And slowly roll on up and send your arms up and over your head. Exhale, hands to your heart. Right back in the top of the table. Move through some cat-cow stretches. Inhale. And exhale. Pausing here. Come to plank pose. You can stay onto your knees. Now, if you pick your right foot up, you're going to cross it over the left ankle. And then release, switch sides, left ankle comes over the right. Inhaling and exhaling. Good, release down. Drop to your knees. Sit back into your heels and reach your arms up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Take a bend into the elbows, stretch out the triceps, stretch out the core. Reach the fingertips back up, exhale. Bring your hands back to the mat, top of the table. And send both legs straight again. Working the core. So you can always bring one knee down, and then you can always just meet in the middle. But we're going to cross over if you're on plank. So if you're on plank, you're going to pick up your right leg. You're going to cross that right knee to the left elbow, but if you're on your knees, just come to center the whole time. Send that leg back. Come to center. Take it back. And take it again. Out to the right now. And take it back. Let's send that leg up and back to find downward facing dog. Place the right foot down. Shift forward to plank. Left foot comes up, or if you drop the right knee down, just stay at center. Let's cross the left knee to the right elbow, squeeze in. Take it back. Right to center, squeeze in. Take it back. Left knee to left elbow, squeeze in. Now take it back. Good job. Good, and release on down. Let's bring the feet wide. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Hang into a forward fold. Pass with the elbows. Sway side to side. And slowly Roll yourself on up. Your arms up and over your head. Exhale, hands to your heart. All right, bring your feet together. Meet at the center of your mat. We're going to bring our feet nice and wide. And the toes are going to turn out. So we're going to start to nestle the hips on down. Just going to start to move a little bit side to side. We're not bearing weight into the top of our thighs. Tailbone is down, head to the shoulders back. Now rest your hands on the inside of your knees. Fold forward. Let your head hang heavy. So you should feel a really good stretch through the inner thighs. Very slowly roll yourself back up. Dip your left shoulder on over. Come to center. On over to the other side. And right back to center. Press yourself on up. I want you to squeeze the glutes on the way up. Hands onto the hips. It's going to have you rise onto the right toes and then send the heel down. And pop the heel and release. Here's 3, 4. We're going for a total of 5. And 5. Good. And round out your hips. Come on over to the other side and come up onto those left toes, popping the heel and then lowering down. Here's 2. Here's 3. Last 2. Good. And release on down, roll out the hips. All right, and now reach up. Coming into that goddess pose where the arms are out to the side, requiring a lot of strength into the quadriceps. Nice stretch of the inner thighs. Utilize your core to stabilize you. And you're here sinking down. Good, set your right hand down, reach over. Makes this a little more challenging. Good, slowly coming on up. And reach to the other side. Good, and right back. 3 breaths here. Good job, press up. And exhale, hands to your heart. So I definitely feel that too. Walk the feet in slightly, hands onto your hips, and then just bring your heels in towards your glutes. Good, let's walk them in closer together and find ourselves standing, head to the shoulders. On back, and now reach your arms up. Get down into a chair pose. So strengthening and balance. So even that goddess pose required us to balance. Now I'm going to have you lift your heels, come onto your toes. Inhaling and exhaling. Good, and send the heels down. Let's fold all the way forward and walk it out. And inhale, looking up halfway. Exhale to fold forward. And then firm down, come all the way standing. And exhale, hands to your heart. Good. Reach the fingertips up. And slide one arm over. Find space all along the side body. Good. Slowly come on up. Exhale, other side. Good. Slowly coming on up. And exhale, hands to your heart, and toe heel the feet apart again. Right, so we're going to walk them out. Coming back to this goddess position. Arms open up to the side. This time though, when we are resting here for just a moment, we're going to end up doing some work for the glutes. Right, so we'll pause here. Don't pause into the breath. Good, now I'm going to have you squeeze up. Give a squeeze to the glutes, little thrust of the hips forward, come back down. We're going to take this 8 times. Last 5. Here's 3. Last 2. Those arms, make sure they haven't fallen. And we'll go one more time. Good, reach up. And hands to your heart. Good, step or hop the feet together. Good, and just walk it out. So if you need water, maybe you're starting to work up a little bit of a sweat, that tapas, that inner heat that starts going. Now we'll inhale, reach our arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up halfway. Step back into plank. Drop on down to your knees, top of a table. Few cat-cow stretches here. Inhaling and exhaling. I'm getting closer to our yin practice. And neutralize. Bring the feet around to the front. So a lot of the poses that we did just through the flow have prepared us for where we're going with the yin practice. Right? So we did a lot of inner thigh opening, starting to strengthen more through the quadriceps, and getting into the lower back. So we're going to bring our soles of our feet together. And most of us have done this one numerous times before. If you need the support of your, for your hips, you can always slide, say, like a blanket or a pillow, or if you have yoga blocks, you can slide a block underneath. But the idea is to try to get all of this open. Excuse me. So props may not be the first answer just because we're trying to open up. But if you really need them, go ahead. So remember, we are in our yin postures about 3 to 4 minutes. All right. So we're just going to come to this Baddha Konasana first. You can always use even props in front of you, like a big pillow or something like that, or if you do have yoga blocks, you could just set your head here. The idea is to find stillness and not to be fidgeting. So we're going to take a deep breath in. Have you slowly come on down. You just come down as far as you can. Now we're not going to tight grip the feet. I kind of like to let my elbows rest onto my calves. That way it gives me a little extra weight onto the inside of my legs that help weigh my knees down. And I just rest here. Time for you. Maybe with each breath, you're getting a little bit lower. Remember, if you need to come out of the pose, you can come out of the posture. You don't have to stay in it. Check in with your breath. Notice if you're holding on to tension. So if you're holding on to tension or stress, it's difficult to be fully present in the pose. If you're not releasing that. So notice if you are, and notice where you are. And exhale into that space or spaces. All right, let's come on up. Take your time. So I did the pose with you, so I understand how that feels to be there. Gently draw your knees in, toe heel your feet apart, and just rock your knees from side to side. Just taking your time. Swing the legs around. And the top of the table. Come into a brief downward facing dog. Just lengthen it out. Figure eight, this left leg. Release it down, figure eight your right leg. Send the foot down. Back to the knees. And now we'll work into our shoulders into an extended puppy pose. So you're going to walk the knees back. You'll come onto your forearms. So we send our hips up and back. Now if you need, maybe you're just here and that'll be enough for you, but if you are just here, just make sure that you're sending the hips back so that you can get deeper into the shoulders. You can always set even a block to rest your forehead on, so maybe you're here, or a pillow, or whatever you may have. Some of you though may be able to go fully into the pose, where you're going to dip down, drop the forehead, or maybe tap the chin. And you're just resting here. The idea is to lengthen through the spine, release the lower back, get into the shoulders. Inhaling and exhaling. Just a few more breaths here. Slowly coming on up. And just spin your hips out and reverse. And stack the bones and send your left leg behind you. Bring this left arm around to the lower back, bend into the knee, and catch your foot. This is going to help you stretch out your shoulder. Let's give you a little bit of a back bend here. And then slowly release on down, switching sides, left leg back, bringing your right arm around to the lower back, catch the foot. Good. And slowly release down. Just a couple cat-cow stretches. And then neutralize. So overhead, come around to the front. So I'm gonna give you some options. We're gonna go with another hip opener, but we're gonna be taking one side at a time. So some options for you, we can shoelace, which would mean that you bring one of the legs over on top of the other. You would stack the bones and you would fold forward. Whatever leg that you have on top is where you're going to get the deepest hip stretch, but also working into the lower back. Another option for you may be that you prefer pigeon. So you would bring your right leg behind you, or I'm sorry, your right leg in front of you, your left leg behind you. And you would want to make sure that these back toes are pointing straight back, that there's no sickling action. And then you would rest over the top of this leg. Now, a modified version of this that you can still get the hip opener is that you would roll slightly to your right hip, you bend into this left knee, and you fold over the top of that right shin, and you can be here, but still get that nice hip opener. So if there's even another hip opener that you prefer, then you can go ahead and take that one. So just choose what's gonna work best for you. And sometimes one side works a little bit better than the other, so if you need to shoelace on one side and pigeon on the other, then that's certainly fine as well. So let's take a deep breath in, choosing your hip opener. And then exhale, slowly coming on forward. No tight gripping anywhere. Again, releasing the breath where you feel most necessary to release. Okay, so if it's into the lower back or even versus the hip, then draw the exhales there. Remember to let your head hang heavy. No tension into the jaw. Slowly and ease out of your hip opener whenever you decided to take even any props that you do have off to the side. So if you want to just kind of work it out, you can bring your legs out in front of you and pull forward, kind of movement. That's going to feel best to you. And then we're going to go ahead and make our way into that hip opener on the opposite side. So find your way there. Notice the difference you may be able to right away on each side. Take a deep breath in. Slowly come forwards. This side is a little tighter for me today. Remember, when we do feel tightness or where it may be most bound or anxiety, do your best to allow your exhales to feel release in that area. It's really easy to strip on. These hand postures really allow us to open up. Also remembering that every region of our body is where we store a lot of our emotions. So if it's feeling really locked and bound, do your best to try and release. You're going to drop your head, make sure you're weaving the fingers together. It's not with a tight grip. Not here much longer. Slowly out of the slip opener. Moving any cups that you have off to the side. Face and unwinds. Any kind of movement. It's going to make you feel good. You get some feet apart, forward, forward. Slowly begin to make your way onto your back. Your knees into your chest. Arms can come out to the side and make circles on to your ceiling. And reverse. And bring the feet down and bring the feet wide. Just a brief happy baby. Maybe holding on to the inside of the knee creases or the big toes, arching the feet, rock side to side. Tilt your head up. And then take the outside to the knees, draw the knees in, send the feet down, walk back, and lengthen your legs out in front. Bring your left knee in to the outside of your rib cage. Draw that knee in. Squeeze. Go with a brief spinal twist here as you roll slightly to your right. To center. Onto the back. Knee in. And reach that leg out. Take the opposite side. Right knee in. Drawing in. And tap the ankle. And then roll slightly to the left hip and drape your leg over. Right back around that knee into the outside of the rib cage. And send that leg on down. Let's go ahead and begin to make our way into this anticipated posture, which is Shavasana. Let your arms rest down at your side. Let your feet fall wide. Got plenty of space and floor to make like a starfish. Take a deep breath in. Go with a big exhale out. Let the body settle in, lay heavy, and rest here peacefully in Shavasana. And slowly rock your head from side to side. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Tuck your knees in towards your chest and give yourself a hug. Send either arm up and over your head and roll to either side. Allowing the strength of your upper body to press you to seated. Lengthen through the spine and draw the hands to the shoulders. Your hands to rest in prayer at your heart, chin in toward your chest. I'm so grateful that you are here with me on this Monday morning. I'm so happy to lead you. I'm wishing each of you a happy, and healthy, and safe rest of the day. Namaste.